Answering the question. There was a huge audience hall in front of me again. My whole mind and body were covered with excitement. But once the first question sounded and I said the first words, the excitement immediately disappeared. Explain how the materialization of thoughts works. The materialization of thoughts could be performed in an infinite number of ways. You can choose how to do it the way you like it most. I'll give you one little example. The whole world around us is the energy. All the matter around us is also the energy, but it's thicker. We are the parts of the world, so we are the same energy that builds up the universe. But we are the matter, endowed with consciousness. You are the consciousness. It can be regarded as the core of the matter of which you consist of. Energy is consistently flowing. The entire universe is in constant motion. Energy is constantly flowing through our bodies. Our consciousness programs passing energy, and the programmed energy becomes the matter after a while. The matter which you create by your own thoughts. Why isn't the fearless magic works in real life? In fact, the magic works. The explanation is simple. Question. Can you explain the logic of this fairy tale magic according to your everyday life circumstances? No, it is not the subject of logic at all. And in order to make the magic exist in your life, you need only to respond to the usual situation illogically, then your life will change. What is consciousness and awareness? Consciousness is the essence of the who you are. Consciousness, as well as the matter, is energy. The entire universe, all the worlds, are the giant energy field. This energy field is in constant motion. You associate yourself with your material form. This is partly true because the consciousness which you are forms the material from which you are in. Matter has a limit of its existence. It's death. Consciousness is the life. Consciousness is the infinite, the whatever life is. When the material form dies in this or any other world, no matter which, the mind continues its path. It keeps living. Therefore, if you fully associate yourself with the matter, with the appearance in which you are in a moment, your consciousness, your essences, dissolves in the infinite space of the energy field, clearing all your memory and becoming unconscious. The consciousness attempts to learn to be conscious again, forms the image, the material again. And so it can be continued at a countless number of times. And as the mind does not remember anything, it chooses the form at random. Only the conscious mind can truly make a choice. It can remain its identity in the dissolved state, and it can choose a specific form of material existence and live in any world with all the necessary facilities for it. Let's draw an analogy. You have a house where you live. You can stay there as long as you want, enjoying the tranquility of the home, or you can go travel to the new place unknown to you. There are many teachings and practice about how to gain consciousness. I tried many of them, but not teaching. No practice has led me to this state. Why? No teaching, no practice will give you consciousness. It's just a set of certain rules, the strict implementation of which limits you and your remain in the same place. You can only discover the various teaching and practice, and when it finally becomes dull and useless, you just forget everything you have learned. Stay alone with yourself. Immerse yourself in the space of your mind and heart. Mentally and visually open the door behind which there is consciousness and enter it. Your consciousness is only in your world, just outside your door. All other teaching is someone else's door, which only can send you in the right direction a little bit. Everyone has seen how an insect flies through the window, trying to fly through it. It's next to the window, then back away from it. Just abandon these pointless attempts to fly away through the window, and you will see the opened frame. You will see the door to freedom, the door to consciousness. Why is a great strong connection of relationship between two beings so quickly weakens and disappears? You are in the material world. You always have to restore order in this world. You always act strictly according to the logic that adheres to the most creatures and to you as well. This logic is embedded in your subconscious since the beginning of your existence in this world. When you meet a creature and you, there is a great connection between. You begin to hurry up and rush to increase the power of this bond. You begin to act according to the laws of logic of the material world. But a great and strong connection does not follow any logic. It is like a chaotic universe. Universe is a huge chaos in fact. It's a chaos without any restrictions and conditions. In this universe everything is possible. So let a great force you to be chaotic. Don't hurry it up. Enjoy what you have now. That order which you are hurriedly creating will come by itself. Let the power of a great connection operate independently, and then it will not weaken and disappear. Everything I just said about the wonderful power of connection is as nothing. We can talk about it for hours, because the bond between two creatures will never be similar to the bond between two other ones. In each case, it will be unique and different. Besides all of this, a beautiful connection is often confused with just a rising sympathy for the creatures of the material world. Also, it's confused with some similars occurred by chance between two beings. But these thoughts were not created by consciousness. It was just an everyday mundane life, just the moment. In the future these thoughts don't match and the illusion of a beautiful and strong connection disappears. The room fell silent after my reply. Typically a new question followed the previous. It seemed to be that the whole is waiting for the continuance of the answer. But I had nothing else to say. The silence continued. And to bring this to an end, I said, again, we can endlessly talk about the wonderful power of connection. But that makes no sense. Just trust your heart and your inner voice, because they are indispensable companions and best friends of the beautiful connection force. They will always prompt the right answer. Only after these final words were the next question followed. How to learn to move things with the power of mind? First, learn how to move the empty space and transform your physical body. Then you can move not only objects, but also you'll be able to manipulate all the living beings who are still unconscious. Then I was suddenly struck by the thought that it's time to finish conversating. And when I just thought about it, someone switched on the light in the hall, and the voice said, "Dear friend, see you next time." The curtain began to close. "Thank you for your attention," I said in response to the audience's loud applause, which made me blush. Violin was standing by the exit waiting for me. She took my hand and said, "We are very grateful to you. Come again. Thank you." "You're welcome," I replied, becoming more and more confused. "Of course, I will come. I'll definitely come." Filled with joy, smiling, I headed home.